just heard the sad news of the passing of Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And I'm a boxing fan. At one point, I was a very amateur boxer, but a lifelong boxing fan. Marvin Hagler has to be rated as one of the best of all time. And he boxed in the era just before I was really aware of boxing. But my dad was a huge boxing fan, and he always praised Marvin Hagler for his toughness, his fitness, his durability, and he really was a tough fighter and a southpaw, a fellow southpaw. I watched his final fight with Sugar Ray Leonard on VHS. I bought the video from a car boot sale when I was young, and I watched it not knowing the outcome because I hadn't really researched my boxing history at that point, and I thought Marvin Hagler won it. I know Sugar Ray was doing all the dancing around, and he made a lot of stipulations going into that fight, Sugar Ray, that would favour him. He chose the fight to be over 12 rounds rather than 15, which was still possible back then, which would have suited Marvin Hagler. Ray Leonard chose the 10-ounce gloves rather than the 8-ounce that would have suited Marvin Hagler, and he also chose I think a 22-foot ring, larger ring, so he could do all his dancing around, hitting and running, which is, you know, the noble art, I suppose. But Marvin Hagler was a real brawler, and he just wanted to have a, you know, come forward showdown. At the end of that fight, he was saying, "Yeah, come on, let's stand toe to toe." And he was a great southpaw, and I always identify with all the fellow southpaws. But he was a switch hitter as well. He could attack from both stances, and he did that in the Ray Leonard fight. And I think it may have cost him the fight, because I think he was having much more success from his southpaw stance. But what a fighter, and what a sad loss for the boxing world. And he hung up the gloves after that final fight, and that was it. He felt robbed, and he never went back in the ring. But he went on to be a great presenter, a great commentator, and a real ambassador for the sport of boxing. And I'm just so sad to hear of his passing. That really is the end of an era. So let me know your favourite boxing memories from Marvin Hagler, and I'll leave you with a few clips to enjoy. Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler.
Tries to go downstairs, comes up, a right hand step from head back. Hamsters against the ropes, takes another right hand, and an uppercut. Hamster's corner is up, and they're saying that's it, that's all. He's going to get on top of Hagler a little bit more than he was. And there he took a right hand. That buckled his knees. Simeon back in his own corner, above the left side. So it's the third one that's appeared. Hagler's head rubbing in against him. Carlos Berrical, the Panaman referee, having trouble keeping on the part.